A House committee was poised to vote on a very watered-down version of a school choice bill that was already passed by the Senate and being pushed by Governor Abbott. But the impromptu vote was shut down late this evening. Fox 4's Stephen Dahl was monitoring those developments in the proposed vote in the House tonight and joins us live. Stephen.
Yeah, people have been talking about this on social media all day, and finally, about 30 minutes ago, the plan from the public education chair was to have a last-minute vote on a bill, an 80-page committee substitute bill to Senate Bill 8, which is the Republican version of education savings accounts, better known as school vouchers. When that request for a meeting happened, the full House blocked it, voting no. Now, last month, the full Senate passed SB 8, what they call education savings accounts, but it has not been popular with Republicans in the House. Now, this would create $8,000 education savings account to use public funds for parents to pull their children out of public schools and fund private school. As I mentioned, it's a plan that hasn't set well with members of the House, including Republicans, and when it was voted on in the budget proposal, members of the House voted it down, saying that they do not want to use public money for private education. And now it appears the House Public Education Committee wrote a new version of SB 8, limiting who could be eligible for those education savings accounts. When the request to have a meeting came up on the full floor, multiple Republicans took aim at the lack of a public hearing for a brand new bill.
We have a motion now to force this body to accept. This is the 80 pages. This is the 80 pages, and I plainly ask you, is it the chairman's intention to force these 80 pages, which are unvetted, they are unheard in committee? This is not the right way to do this, and we are better than this in this committee. Our kids matter in the state of Texas, and they are better than backroom shady dealings, which is what this is right here.
Rice University political scientist Mark Jones says a watered-down version of Senate Bill 8 will likely not satisfy Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and Governor Greg Abbott, sending lawmakers to what's expected to be a special session this summer.
If the House can come close, then they're likely to accept that. But if the House puts in poison pills, which for them would be things like private schools having to take anyone who applies, not being able to exclude students, say, with disabilities or with learning problems or discipline problems, then I think you'll see the Lieutenant Governor and Governor balk and say, we'll just deal with this in June or July.
Now, this does not mean that there won't be a hearing ever on SB 8. But lawmakers voted it down tonight. We could have a hearing tomorrow. The point of concern for a majority of the Republicans who spoke when the request for a meeting came up was that the public would not be able to rush to the Capitol and be able to give public comment about a bill that even many lawmakers have not even read. So a new 80-page substitute likely to have a hearing. We'll just have to wait and see when that will happen.